Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Serena, aka Blood Barbie, and welcome back to another Sims 4 build video. Well, I decided to go for a Yin and Yang inspired build today. I had an idea of having two homes that had a bridge combining them like a yin and yang. So that's what I'm doing. The Sims that I made for this video are twins, and they never want to get separated, and they want their houses to be exactly the same, so that's what I went for this. I decided that instead of building one house, saving it, and then pasting it again, I would take the challenge of building them both at the same time. That being said, this video is huge because of that. So I didn't really think of that when I got into this, but this build took like 2 hours to do. Lucky for you guys, it's all in fast forward, so it should only be like 20 to 30 minutes. I hope I don't bore you guys, but I think that this build actually turned out really great. I really like how this turned out. So let's get right into it. Put down the layout, putting down the bridge. I just used the balcony tool and that worked perfectly. No need for columns or anything like that. Going in with the classic black and white look here, I do move from that and move on to pastel pink and pastel blue because that's kawaii as fuck. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear in this. I guess I am. My video, my rules. Windows are definitely a huge element of this build. I go a little crazy with it. At first I was thinking that I would make a modern type house, just simply because I wanted to use large windows and nice modern furniture. But later on I feel like it's kind of cottage-esque slightly. I do use panels for wallpaper. So I don't know, it gives me that kind of feel, and also the houses themselves aren't actually that big, so I don't know, like, let's see how this turns out. What do you guys think? Here I am just resizing it, just making sure that these houses are actually the same size and have the same interior. Throwing down some doors, the same black and white kind of feel. Here we are, I'm throwing down some divider walls for a kitchen and living room area. The stairs, like always, was definitely a challenge, especially in a small build. I do move them from this spot because it takes out all the windows and that's just horrible, so I do move it closer to the door in the lounge room area and I wall it off slightly. It's not ideal. I feel like it does look a little bit awkward, but that's okay. In the end, it looks fine. Here we go. Just gonna go ahead and wall that off. I push the wall back because that just looks horrible and scary. There we have it. I did have to push the other wall over a bit to make the lounge room area a little bit bigger. That does mean that the kitchens are tiny, but that's okay because it's simply easier to furnish in the end and it does look really cute. Once again, throwing down a buttload of windows, especially on that side because the sun isn't going to come through much because both of the buildings are right next to each other, only like 2 spaces apart. Here I go, have to resize up the walls and put in the classic motherload cheat. You can build this much of the houses for about 25,000 simoleons. It's all basically spent on windows. Here we go. Sorry if all this spinning is making everyone seasick or carsick. Oh well, I guess the term is motion sick. When I build, I don't really have an idea of what I want to do. I have like a loose concept, but it's all just seeing what works, just playing with features and just trying to make everything look as good as possible. And so that's why I spin around the camera a lot. Here I am throwing down bathrooms, the exact same dimensions. Some more windows. I did this multi-level window thing by accident at first, and I was like, damn, this looks so good. And it's cute because it aligns with the stairs, so it's going down with the stairs. Throwing down even more windows. It's basically just a glass house. I do take out some windows, I believe. Yeah, I think I definitely, yeah. I'm just like, alright, maybe not. That's crazy. Like, that's a lot of windows. This is more window than house. I go through and delete some. Putting down those big windows. They're just beautiful. They're hard to curtain though. A lot of this build is just spent on trying to get the exterior looking just right. My style of build is definitely quirky. It's not everyone's forte, that I can admit. So here's where I veer off the classic yin and yang look. Instead of black and white, I decided to use pastel pink and pastel blue. Together I just think it looks so cute. Although I do change the outside wallpaper because this wallpaper just reminds me of chocolate and I'm too hungry to deal with that. And also it looks kind of awkward with the windows, there's just way too many rectangles here, so I do replace it with some pastel paneling. Here I am putting down my favorite large porthole windows. I think they're perfect for everything. Boom, throwing down some flooring. Flooring was definitely a challenge for me in this build because not many colors for flooring go with pastel. Dark woods don't really go or anything, so it was definitely hard finding something that would actually fit in with this theme. Putting down some classic pink and white and blue and white tiles. I love that. Once I have all the expansions, I definitely want to play around with more kawaii, cutesy kind of themes. And also maybe some dark themes. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. I am a little emo at heart. Here I am struggling greatly with trying to find flooring that actually matches these goddamn color schemes. I guess I dug myself a grave with this one. Definitely orange and pink not going together so well. I do settle with these white kind of floorings. I think that looks cute. Throwing down wallpaper. I decided to keep the interior the same as the exterior in terms of colors. I love the wallpaper in the blue house. It reminds me of a little farmhouse. It's so adorable. Here we go. Just gonna start fencing this off. I do leave the back side of this property not fenced, simply because, like last time, I didn't leave any room for a backyard, and if I fenced that fully off, I don't think my Sims would even be able to use the back doors. Not that I think they would, because there's nothing really out there to do. So here we go, I leave that open. As long as the front looks good, right? Changing the tiling on the roofs. I did have this green tiles and I was like, that looks absolutely disgusting. I can't believe it. I did try to put opposite colors in the roof space here, like a yin and yang, but that just looked ridiculous, so I just changed it back eventually. Here I am trying to find some new wallpaper for the outside of the buildings. I did settle with some nice paneling right here. I think that's what gives me the feel that it feels kind of cottagey, but it still has modern elements in the terms of the windows, the furniture, and the doors. Playing around with some ground textures here. Not that it's really gonna make a difference considering that I just smother my entire build with intense landscaping. Landscaping is one of my favorite things to do. So I did decide on this like cobblestone thing with some flowers at the back. You can't really see it, but may as well just put it down anyway. I feel like the ground texture tool is just a bit awkward. I wish there was more blending. Here I go, I'm just throwing down a hexagon, octagon fountain. I love how they look. I love octagon pools, fountains. I may make an octagon house next. That could be pretty cool. Throwing down some trees. I try not to smother the light simply because if I do that, the trees go through the walls, it interferes with the camera, it just makes live or live mode just so hard to play. This is so annoying. I actually delete the pink cherry blossom tree while furnishing because I couldn't see into the blue house. It was so aggravating, but I did forget to put it back because I'm a horrible human being. I put down some bubble trees. And this is what I mean, my style is just so goddamn weird. I'll just throw down the weirdest stuff, but in the end I like how it looks. Just throwing down some flowers. I did have to put in the move objects cheat for this simply because some plants don't really interlock together and I know they would look so much better if they're just all smushed together. Here we go, just throwing down some medium-sized trees. I did put those trees in the middle of the houses, but I took them out because they looked really strange. I didn't know what to do in the middle, so I guess I didn't do anything. Just throwing down some more plants. I just think it looks so much more beautiful when there's like a whole bunch of flowers and plants and trees. It just makes a property look way more lively. That being said, if I was going to do a more evil type of property, I wouldn't use so much foliage. Putting down some footpaths to the gates and some hedges. I'm not quite sure if Sims can actually walk through this footpath now that I'm looking back on it, because it does actually take up more space than I thought it would, so definitely going to have to check that one out. On to furnishing, here we go. Kitchens are tiny but cute, quick to furnish. Just throwing down the essentials. Definitely had to add a lot of light into these houses, even though there's a lot of windows, simply because the wallpaper's a bit dark and the house themselves are a bit gloomy. Had the usual glitch where the wallpapers don't cover all the walls, so aggravating, but it's alright. As long as you go through and check it, it should be alright. Here I go, just struggling with the move objects tool. Sometimes it's great, but sometimes it's just one big troll. You just can't put anything where you want it to, nothing locks in. Flowers, definitely an essential in all of my builds. Flowers everywhere. I was struggling with the bin because it was pissing me off that I couldn't put it directly up against the wall like a normal thing. So I just put it there, even though it's kind of floating about. Just continuing to put in all kitchen-y stuff. Putting down some rugs. Trying to find a color that actually looks good. I always go for like dusty rose kind of colors. It just feels glamorous to me. A big seating area right here. It's beautiful. I love the combination of clear glass and like kind of old school chairs. It just looks classy and fresh to me. I don't know. Starting with the lounge room, it is very small, very narrow, but I like that. The windows between both of the houses are aligned, so our Sims can look out and see each other, but I definitely do go in and put a curtain up anyway. Not that you can close curtains in The Sims 4, which would be awesome, but just hypothetically, if the Sims wanted to have their privacy while watching TV, they could. I do settle with a cream color just to mix things up. I can't have everything pink as much as I'd want to. Throwing down my lovely dusty rose carpet that I use in basically every build because it's my favorite. Here I am just like contemplating my life before putting down some pot plants. If there are just like abnormal pauses in this, I'm just contemplating life. So I put down a cute little seating area. I do put a little table in between these chairs with a teapot. Just a nice chill kind of space. The same thing happened here with the stereo. I hate that it can't go up against the wall. It just looks like it's floating in the middle of the room. It's so annoying. Here we are, just adding some nice furniture detailing. Here's my beloved teapot. I just delete the stereo just out of pure anger. Onto bathrooms. I forgot to put wallpaper in the bathrooms. How could I know. Imprison me. So these bathrooms are definitely smaller than I thought they were. So my L-shaped like vanity design didn't quite work. It is very dark in here. I did have to add a whole bunch of lights just to lighten this space up. Here I am fiddling with the door because I couldn't quite work out how to fit in the shower and the toilet. I like that there's a mirror behind the toilet. I don't know, I think it looks really cool, like futuristic. Here I am just not knowing what to do with my life at this point. So I start putting the bed down there and I'm like, wow, that's like directly next to the bathroom. I'm not gonna put that there. I don't even know if you could actually get into the bathroom with the bed right there. So here I am just fumbling around, just moving that over. I think it looks cute. I really like having open floor bedrooms. I don't know. Definitely one of my motifs. Have to chuck a rug underneath the bed. Makes it look cute even though the floor is already carpeted. Here we go, just adding some more light down into that space. I go back and add these fluorescent lights down as well as more lights. Just so I can actually see what's going on in there. I couldn't decide on a light like usual. Decided on those pink chandelier ones. Throwing down some flowers and some bathroom detailing here. It's definitely sad when there's a small bathroom because I can't add my classic towel rack. It was just awkward everywhere. Got us a towel. Definitely an interesting styled house, both on the outside and on the inside. Putting up a bit of a study space here. I'd love to live in a space like this. It's so posh. Got us a bit of a bookshelf thing. I think that's from like the children's room, but oh well. An easel, just making a creative space here. Gotta throw down some more plants, of course, and paintings. I always leave that generally to last, just to see where all the furniture is first. Gotta find the perfect pictures. Here we are, throwing down some matching ones. I love it when everything's asymmetrical. Didn't really know what to do with this space until I stumbled upon a fireplace. I was like, oh my god, yes. There has to be a fireplace right there. It's so bougie. Definitely putting it into an evening scape just so I know where to put lights down. Just like, wow, it's really dark. These lights actually do nothing at all. This house, this pink house here is definitely more dim than the blue house, so I had to work hard to make this space lively. Although it does look sensual in here. Let's throw down some more paintings just to make this look more together. Sorry if you hear like weird sounds in the background. My boyfriend is a mechanic. Just putting down some cute little outside lights too. That other house is completely dark compared to the other one, so scary. But at least I start on that. The style of the blue house is definitely different from the pink house. It's more straightforward, has more foliage in it. I would have loved to done a nautical theme in here, but there's not that much nautical stuff in The Sims 4, which is devastating. I did get that barrel bin though, which I guess is weird and probably tacky, but oh well. Just lighting up that space as much as I could. Throwing down some dark objects. Here I am, moving that goddamn tree. Put up some upper cupboards. Once again, the move objects tool. Messing with my life. I basically have to resize all that stuff blind because the wall tools are weird. Throwing down some more lights. Here I am getting started with the lounge room area here. Basically identical to the pink house. Same curtains, I didn't even realize. Put down a nice couch. Very bougie. Some no frills potted plants. Ugh. Let's see here. Got a nice cream tabletop here. I do look back at my other house for reference. The seating arrangement is different in this house. I wanted most similarities but some differences between these houses. Just chucking down some ornaments and some pictures. The color scheme for the blue house is definitely blue, green, and yellow. I think it's cute. Here we are throwing down a rug. Rugs just make everything look better. I was definitely struggling with trying to find a kitchen rug carpet thing. It all just looks awkward, like all the rectangle ones they just look weird. And the colors on the hall rugs are weird too, I don't know. I think I do settle, oh no, I don't even settle with that dark one. I don't know, I don't even remember what I do here. I've got faith in myself. Yep, just having a floating fireplace right there. I basically just turn off the move objects. Cheat by this point. Put down a lovely piece of carpet. Put some ornaments on top of that bad boy. Looks cute. I love fireplaces. So cute. It's just such a nice feature in a home. Here I am, starting with the bathroom. I go for a different layout with this one, and it's probably better, actually. Not so many mirrors. This sim isn't as glamorous and, I guess, obsessed with herself like my other sim is. No frills, just going in there. I put down a bath. The wrong way. I do put it the right way. Actually, I don't know if putting them arrows facing out affects if you can use the bath or not. It probably does. Just putting down some features. I put the move objects tool back on so I can put the soap thingy better, but even that did not help my soap dispenser problem. As there's definitely a huge counter space for a bathroom, so I just covered it with stuff. I definitely tried chucking in a plant, but it just wouldn't fit anywhere in there, so I think that's about done right there. Putting some lights down in the main area. One beside the door, so when she goes to visit her sister, she can actually see where she's going. And here we get started with the bedroom area. I put her bedroom up the front of the house. Put down a nice slimline bed right here. Adding some more pictures. That's a big space, so just chucking down a green picture just for a bit of a splash of color. Ties in nicely with all the plants. I envision this sim to be really obsessed with bonsai trees, so I just chucked 3 of them down there. I did not know what to do with this space. I'm like, what do I do here? The chest looked weird, so I was just like, you know what? Upstairs laundry, let's do this. Definitely looks cute. I would just live upstairs all the time. Throwing down floor lamps. I feel like floor lamps are the most awkward out of the lamps because, like other objects, they don't rest cleanly against a wall or an object, so they just be floating all about the place. Here I am just putting down more rugs. I like my spaces to be smooshed in all together. So there we go. That's basically all I did in this in terms of furnishing. Definitely contrasting houses here. I put down some more lights up the front. I put a carpet down under the table. Add some more pictures down here just to pull everything together. There we go, just lighting this space up. Boom. I really like how this build turned out. I think it's so cute. So weird. If you like unique stuff, then this is what you got. Here I am, just having a bit of a night view. Chuck that into daytime, just to give you guys a good view of this monstrosity of a build. Nah, I like it. So cute. I would do like walkthroughs and all that stuff, but I don't know. I feel like it's more efficient just to be like, hey, this is the floor plan, this is what we got. Yep. Definitely adorable. Maybe next time I will flip them reverse so it looks actually like a yin and yang, but either way, this is what we got. Thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you like this. Leave comments and stuff below. Subscribe to my channel if you want to. Goodbye. Until next time. Wow, I'm so awkward at videos.